fascinated by them, but I'm always on the optimistic side of them. You now know it doesn't work. You now know you aren't a rapper. And good news, you're 31.
What up, peeps? It is 12:15 and I'm making lunch. So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to eat, and usually I just like, ooh, yum. I usually just like throw random stuff together. So right now I am making a chicken sandwich. So I'm about to heat the chicken up. This is like, I think 3.5 ounces of chicken. And there's this amazing queso that I'm like obsessed with. And I ate them with tamales the last 2 days. So instead of like a slice of cheese, I'm throwing some queso on top of it. And then I'm heating up some bread. So I'm actually just doing one slice of bread, minimizing my carbs because I'm going to be eating some pizza later. So anyways, yeah, I'm having pizza later. So I'm kind of like minimizing my carbs and fats. I'm just putting a little bit of queso, not much. But my mom's going to have that with an apple. So this is kind of like my setup right here. I am going to have this after I eat. And then I'm bringing this to work later for a pre-workout. Not the best pre-workout, but just some quick carbs because I have some clients before me and a friend is going to work out. And it's her birthday today, so happy birthday, Aish. And then I have my BCAAs. I'm actually out of my Formula 1 and Ignition, so I'm hoping that comes in the mail within like the next hour before I head to work. But if not, I'll just eat a meal after, which barely happens. And then I've already had about 30 ounces of water, and I'm watching a training video to learn more about restoring fundamental movement patterns with corrective strategies. And then after I eat, because I always take my vitamins with food, a lot of vitamins have, it's a fat-soluble vitamin, so you want to make sure that when you have a mixture of like a multivitamin or something, the reason why people get stomach aches is they take vitamins on an empty stomach. And when you have vitamins that are fat-soluble, fat being you need food with it to digest better and properly, it requires the food for breakdown. So that's why you get the stomach ache. Those vitamins are like really harsh on the stomach, so always have it with food. So this is my multivitamin that I'm taking. I don't have a lot left. So once I finish these up, I'm going to start taking the Micro Factor. My husband takes these and loves them. And I also take a fish oil, so I'm going to take this. And I have a vitamin D3, which is helping me with energy. And also I'm like trying to prevent getting sick. So I've taken this for a day now, no joke, just like felt so much better yesterday taking this, especially like not being out in the sun and being inside all the time and just running around. So taking that, and of course, as always, my Opti Greens 50 for my micronutrient greens. I don't hardly ever eat greens, so just getting that through supplement intake. And then I have these hair, skin, and nails, so or vitamins. So I used to take the ones from First Form. Those work phenomenal, but the amount of money that I'm spending on supplements, I'd rather spend that on this vitamin pack and the greens, which this already equals up to a little over $100. So this Micro Factor pack, I can't talk today, sorry guys. 1 antioxidant, 3 multis, a CoQ10, 1 fruits and veggies, a probiotic, and an EFA in here. So EFA is essential fatty acids you cannot get from foods. You have to have it from outside sources. So that's that one right there. That is different than your omegas here with this full omega that I take. So EFAs have omega-3, 6, and 9s. This is helping restore a ratio of EPA DHA that you're going to get only from the fish oil. This helps with your good cholesterol, bad cholesterol, inflammation, which I have terrible joints in my knees, and like 1,000 other things. So anyways, not going to go into that. But yeah, I started taking these because it's cheaper than the First Form ones, and they actually work really good. And it's like a little chewy. So it's like a little treat. I like to have that later in the day instead of in the morning. But I've noticed like my hair and skin and nail growth phenomenal. Like my nails are already growing out, and I got these nails done not too long ago. But anyways, I'm gonna make my sandwich. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. So I'm about to eat that. I'm probably gonna have to eat that with like a fork or something. But I'm also loading up a podcast. I just listened to this morning. If you have not listened to Ed Milet's podcast, I wasn't really caring for some of his podcasts earlier on, but I've been listening more, and I'm really liking his style of podcast. And not every episode is for you, or maybe you feel like it doesn't relate to you, but you learn something from what they're talking about. So, you know, y'all always see me listening to MFCEO Project from Andy Frisella, but Ed Milet, he's just got really fire content. And just from listening to this morning, I feel more focused and just like really wanting to work hard. So I'm doing a lot of things right now that is just keeping me focused, like vlogging right now. I'm like trying to do more vlogging, and I have been slacking on vlogging. So I'm just like trying to make sure I keep up with the content, doing things I just enjoy doing. I'm not trying to be some like crazy influencer. I'm getting tired of that word. I'm getting tired of people being fake on the internet. I'm just speaking how I am. You know, everybody's always doing like perfect lighting in their videos and like filters and, you know, looking all cute and done up. Like, I did my makeup today, but like my hair is just a mess. I'm wearing like a jacket. I don't care. Like, I'm just being me and I'm being honest who I am. This is me every day. I'm not dressing up to like look a certain way. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent. So, listen to that podcast. I'm going to do some learning. I'm going to eat. And then I have work in a little while. So I want to make sure that I get some of the stuff taken care of. And then I'm going to my sister's house later to help with the Christmas like money tree that we're doing for my grandma. So I'll bring my camera and you can get to see my nephews and just kind of hanging out today. So yeah, I'll see y'all later after I eat. Hey guys, it's been like a few days since the last clip, but I actually kind of forgot my camera was in my car, so I just found it. But I'm here at the chiropractor. I don't know if you can see it over there. I always park really far away so I can walk a little bit more. But I just woke up from a nap, so I'm a little wild looking, but I had coffee and breakfast, and I am about to bring this into the chiropractor. So my sisters and I always try and donate and do a charity every year for Christmas and donate gifts or like pajamas or something for kids. So my chiropractor office has like toy donations with the church that they're working with. So my sister got all these like cute little bows and books and just like little arts and crafts stuff. So I'm gonna shop this weekend and grab some stuff as well. But she's got like a bunch of girly things. I'm gonna get some boy toys. So I'm gonna bring this in there, get adjusted, and then I have work in a little while. So that's that right now. What's up, guys? So I posted a picture on Instagram and decided to do a Q&A. Usually I get some of the same questions, but I got a couple of different ones, and not a whole lot, but I just want to do a short little Q&A. I didn't really post like on Facebook or anything, just made like a little post on Instagram. So I'm gonna go through the questions. The post that I had on Instagram was a throwback photo. So this was a little while back. When was that? I don't know, I think that was like last year around like August or September, and I was transitioning to blonde hair, and then I chopped all my hair off, and now it's been growing back. So like last year I chopped my hair, it was about like this high, and it's already grown this much, especially like during prep since I was taking hair, skin, and nails, but then also just my protein intake. So yeah, I'm like looking through the camera, but it grew like several inches, so pretty pumped about that. But my goal is to get to that length again. And so back to the Q&A. So I'm gonna go down the list. Let's see where some questions. Most of the people are just like saying that they like my hair, but let's see. Annie Beth Jacobs, I think it's Beth because it's like B-I-E-T-H. She asked, well, she didn't really ask a question, but she just wants to know more about my tattoos, so I'll go through that. So I have tattoos on my legs, but I'm not going to strip down my pants because it's cold in my house, and I only put a tank top on to show my arm tattoos. So I've been getting tattoos for 10 years now. I started right when I turned 18, and my first tattoo was this one right here. So it's two lilies, and I just did like music notes. It's not a song or anything specific, obviously, because it like twists and you can't really see, like it's not like notes in the chord or whatever, but I designed that, and then the tattoo artist like helped create it into wrapping around my arm, because the way I designed it, it was not going to be like pretty or aesthetic for a tattoo. So I got that when I was 18. And then I got this elephant just like randomly. So I had just the elephant and that's because I have literally 30 statues of elephants and just collected a lot of elephant stuff, and just love what elephants represent. Like, they are really loving and into family. They don't leave anybody behind. They take care of each other. It's not like they just mate and then like separate. They stick together as a family their entire life, And if a elephant, whether it's an elder elephant or a baby, and any of them are injured, they stick with each other. So I just really like the value of like elephants and just got really obsessed with them. So I was just like, yeah, let me get a tattoo and do an elephant. So that's why I got the elephant. And then let's see, the tattoo around that is from, I have like a leg piece that has like the same style. I can't remember what it's called, but I added that because I didn't like that the elephant was just like hanging out by himself. And also like the elephant's mouth wraps to this tattoo here where it's like kind of some Hawaiian flowers, and so like the leaves wrap back and it looks like the elephant's like eating the leaves. So I wanted to make it where it's like more of a piece and not just like this random elephant and then like the flowers wrapping around. So the it was really just there for like the look. Like I just like the style around the elephant. And then these flowers, and this design was in Hawaii. So back in like, I think 2009, I went to Hawaii with my ex and I wanted to get a souvenir. So instead of getting a materialistic souvenir, I decided to book a tattoo appointment like the first day there, and then I got my tattoo the last day there, and that was a fun experience. I love that. My most recent tattoo, which I'm going to complete this arm and I'll go over this arm. My most complete tattoo, recent one, is my Jack tattoo. So this one is of my bunny, Jack, and he's a lion head, which is why it's fluffy. And I did the blue bonnets because one of my previous clients, and my good friend Bonnie has a blue bonnet tattoo like right on her wrist, and I always told her, I'm like, man, I want to get a blue bonnet tattoo. It's just so pretty. So I figured it would be a good way to kind of incorporate that and frame Jack. So that's why I got that tattoo. And then let's go over my right arm. So my right arm, I got this queen. So it's actually the Queen of Hearts, but I used to listen to a band called Manchester Orchestra, and they're still a really good band, but I had this jacket that had two queens on the back, and I was like going through a really hard time during that time of my life, and a breakup and all this stuff. So I felt like it was, you know, kind of like a warrior, you know, like she's really strong and protective, and I just liked, like I just kind of wanted a tattoo at that time, but I also liked the meaning behind it. Essentially it's just like protective and strong. So I got the queen done in the black and red roses. Let me see if I can get closer. So the like black and red roses, and then it was just left as that. But the tattoo artist was not really friendly, and he was really into himself. He scarred my arm a lot from like over tattooing and not giving it proper time to recover and rest. So like I had 2 sessions of 8 hours. So I let that recover, and then when I found my artist to do my leg pieces, she continued with this. So I told her I wanted stained glass windows, and so the stained glass is behind the queen, and it also helps like complete the shoulder, because here is like really jagged. I didn't like the way it looked, so by, you know, doing the stained glass behind, it almost gives it more of like a religious look, and I kind of enjoy that. Especially because like the part underneath it, I know I feel so funny like trying to get an angle, but underneath it says he is greater than I, and it's a mosaic heart. I'm not a huge fan of the way the heart turned out, which is okay because it's like underneath, but I wanted to do mosaic so it blends in with the stained glass and all the little pieces. It kind of just makes this one nice piece. And for years I wanted to do a butterfly because my grandma passed away and she like really loved monarch butterflies. So I wanted to get a piece in memory of her, and it also would make a really good piece to finish the sleeve. I wasn't really planning on getting a sleeve, but it just kind of happens, like you get an idea and you're like, okay, I need that tattoo. And I always like find one spot on my body that just like clicks, like that's where I want it. And I'm always scared to like get stuff on my chest or stomach or back or anything like that. So I've always stuck to like my arms, my legs. So that's the only place that I have tattoos. So that's where I ended up getting this piece a 1.5 years ago. So the tattoo artist, Ty, he ended up doing free-handed. So he like placed the monarch down, but then the rest he free-handed. So he did a really good job blending both of these pieces together, since there's literally like 3 artists on this arm. So let me see if you can get the angle. So we did really good. Like the colors and the roses and the butterfly is really gorgeous. So that's a little backstory of my tattoos. The leg pieces are just like flowers, and they go down on each side from my hip all the way down to almost my knee. So those are all my tattoo work. So if you ask me how many hours, I have no idea how many hours are spent on it, and I don't really know how to consider how many tattoos I have, since most of them have like blended together, so they've been done at like different times. Another question is by Timothy. He asked 2 questions. What's Cody's favorite color? I don't know his color. You work with him, so you should probably ask him. If we're talking overall favorite color, I really don't know. We'll just go with white. Can you do a backflip? No, I cannot do a backflip. I never could, even in school when I was in cheerleading. Like I actually quit cheerleading because it was one of the like, not requirements, but you were a successful cheerleader if you could do a flip, and I could not. So I just stopped and I played volleyball. I want to answer some questions that I get through my email from clients, and I feel like it'll still be beneficial because this is a lifestyle YouTube, but also a lot of people ask like fitness related questions. So one of my clients, Hillary, she actually asked some questions that were really good questions, but it's also, there's no like cookie cutter answer, so I'm gonna go through just like my experience. She was saying that like now that she's getting her macros down, she wants to know if she should be eating foods at certain times of the day. So with me and her working together for a little bit, my goal was just to get her to eat the macros and calorie goals that we've set. Just letting her know how it can make her feel better and getting the protein intake that she needed. She was under eating a little bit, and I wanted to make sure that she was eating enough and just seeing how it can help make her feel better without gaining like unnecessary body fat and weight. So it was all about consistency right there. But now that she's asking, okay, well now that I'm getting my macros down, should I be eating at a certain time of day? And those questions are more specifically like protein around the workout, after your workout, should you eat carbs before the workout, all those kind of questions. So the good thing about that is they're very valid questions, and there are ways that you can still get results by doing different things, but something that I've gone through, like just my experience and my education and what I know so far, is you obviously want to think about if you're not eating, you know how you typically feel when you don't eat for a while. Like you get tired, you feel run down, you can't think straight. So if you're feeling that way and you expect to go work out, you're gonna feel fatigued, your body's gonna feel heavy, and you're gonna feel like you can't lift weights and you can't do like function correctly. So all the clients that I always have come to the gym and they're already dying like the first exercise, I ask them the first thing, did you eat before you came in? Like at least an hour before, and they always say no. And I'm like, you have to eat to fuel your workouts. So typically what I like to do is I'll have carbs and fats at every meal. Same thing with proteins. Like I have pretty balanced for like my goals for each meal, but I'll try and place the meals that are furthest from my workout. I'll usually have less carbs there, and then the ones that are around my workout, I have more carbs there. So what that means is, let's say I work out in the afternoon, my breakfast is typically like 20 to 30 carbs, and then my lunch might be like 40, 50 carbs. And then if I'm able to work out thin, then I work out. But if not, then I have a snack. That snack usually still has protein to sustain me through my workout without feeling like hungry. But I'm also still having like another 40 grams of carbs, 30 grams of carbs. My carbs are really high, so like you don't have to follow that. I don't want you to follow that, but that's just like an idea. And then while I work out, I usually have like BCAAs, and then after my workout, I always have a post-workout shake. So if I'm hitting legs and I have like high intensity, like cardio and different things going on, I usually will have more carbs with my post-workout shake. So I usually take First Form's Formula 1 and Ignition, which is their post-workout shake. So the carbs are there to help bring the protein and shuttle that to your muscles, help with recovery better, help with preventing soreness and overall like muscle growth and recovery. So usually if I'm like hitting a really hard like leg day and workout, I'll add more carbs. So it's usually like half a scoop, which is about 20 to 30 grams of carbs. If I'm hitting upper body, not as high intensity, but I'm still feeling very depleted and needing something, I usually have like a fourth scoop, which is about 15 grams of carbs. So I kind of cut that down in half. I'm still having those carbs for replenishment. And then the meal, like 2 hours after my workout, I'll have like 25, 30 carbs. And then like the last meal of the day, I cut back around like 20 carbs. So it's like I'm still having carbs, I'm still having my fats, I'm having my protein at every meal, but I'm focusing more on just getting in the carbs around the workout, because I'm obviously gonna be expending energy and utilizing those carbs better than having no carbs during my workout and having carbs in areas that I'm more sedentary, like early morning or late at night. So it's kind of like redistributing your calories for your energy and your activity level. It's not about like overthinking like what you should do and not do. Just have that fuel your workouts and fuel your day the way you need to. And then like on days off that you're resting more, kind of moderate those calories throughout the day versus having like a huge cheat meal and then also being sedentary that day. So you're more, what's more ideal is to like, if you're gonna have a cheat meal, work out before you go have that cheat meal. Your body will utilize the calories better. But if you're having a rest day, you wanna moderate those calories through the day. And even then I still like cut back on carbs late in the night. So I'm usually like watching TV in the evening and not doing much activity. So it's just kind of figuring out like, okay, if I'm not working out, I'm having a little less carbs, I don't need that much energy to use. And then if I'm working out, I have more. So it's kind of like carb cycling in a way. But I think that's a really good question. And I think that more people need to realize like, don't stress like these exact macros or exact calories unless you need that structure, because like I know I need to. But if you're looking at more just like how to distribute your food throughout the day and what you should do, focus more on balance but creating more energy intake around the times that you have energy outtake essentially. So I'm gonna end this video because I want to finish my coffee. It is like 1 o'clock. And I want to also edit this video because I'm gonna go get my nails done. Because look at that nasty nail, like what, it won't focus. There we go, it kind of focused a second. But this nail chipped and then my nails are like way outgrown and I'm going to California in a day. So today's Tuesday, I work tomorrow, and then my husband and I go to California Thursday through Sunday. His birthday's Friday, he's turning 28. So we're gonna go just enjoy the weekend and have a good fun time. So I wanna get this video up and edited so that you guys can see it. And then I will keep you posted on next videos. I'm gonna bring my camera to California and just kind of vlog a little bit here and there. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And also stay tuned on Instagram and my Facebook, because all those places I'm having like giveaways and just education and information. So follow my other accounts. They're listed below in the caption. Bye.